All right. I know that some folks will be filtering in as I'm talking. Everything that I'm saying, I will also throw into the chat as well. Welcome to the virtual college road trip. I know there's lots of folks from all over here. You are going to be hearing from 6 experts, 6 panelists on their institutions, their colleges or universities. If you have a question for them at any time, the best way to ask that question is by using the Q&A button. It's either going to be at the top or bottom of your screen. That Q&A is the only way that you'll be able to ask them a direct question during this 45-minute session. So if you have a question, make sure you click on that and direct it at either all of them or one of them, and they will be able to answer throughout this session. Because they cannot see or hear you, that Q&A is very important. This is the last session for this particular fair tonight, but there will be more in the future, so stay tuned. And a recording of this will be available to, of course, our panelists, anyone that signed up, anyone that's here now, and on our website. And I'll put that exact link into the chat as well. Being mindful of time, we're gonna get started right away. And with that, we're kicking off with the University of Colorado, Boulder.
Thank you, Christy. And here we go. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Hello, welcome. Thanks everybody for joining us on your college search. And I'm excited to kickstart this evening. I'm Jennifer Ziegenfuss, representing the University of Colorado Boulder. And I will try to make sure I share as much as possible with the institution, but also happy to share or answer questions that you have in the chat. So to give you a nice overview, I think it's always super helpful to start with a beautiful overview of our campus. Everything that you see in the center there that has that red tinted roof, that is the campus property. And surrounding is going to be the town of Boulder. We're located about 30 minutes north of Denver. And of course, as you can see from the photo, right at the edge of the Flatiron. So a beautiful view, which I would say our location is one of the main attractions that initially students are really interested in finding out more about the institution, and then eventually come to find everything you're seeing at the bottom of the screen, a ton of different academic opportunities, lots of different things in terms of extracurriculars. Our students are very passionate about everything, about community service, about their academic opportunities and pursuits. We have very active alums as well who still continue to give back to the institution. I think as you're starting your college search process and interested in kind of narrowing down that search, one of the things that was most important to me when I was looking at colleges is the town that I would actually be going to school in. And Boulder is a great town, great college town. So you've got kind of this nice relationship between what the town is able to offer with great restaurants and retail and everything mostly within walking distance, but then also a really exciting and vibrant campus community. As we're headed into the rest of this explanation, I think it's helpful to shift into academics, which is a primary draw for the majority of you as you're searching for different colleges. We do have the 7 colleges and schools that you see listed on the screen, but an important 8th one that is not listed on here, which is our program for exploratory studies, gaining a lot of traction because it's that program that helps students really decide what they want to major in. So think of it as an entire program for students still exploring all the different options that they have. A lot of students are drawn from all across the country, particularly for our top ranked engineering and business programs. And yes, they are going to be just a tad more competitive than the rest of some of these programs, but because we are test optional now and are test optional indefinitely, we are seeing students that are receiving acceptance to the College of Engineering and to the Leeds School of Business at even higher rates at this point, because we're looking at that GPA, we're looking at what you've done in high school, we're looking at extracurricular activities and that kind of thing too. But I think that there's a really exciting draw now for students who maybe in the past didn't feel that their test scores were going to qualify them for admission. Another thing I want to touch on real briefly is the residential experience. The picture that you see on the screen here is actually one of the tallest buildings in the town of Boulder. And it will always be the tallest building because we have a height ordinance in the town that doesn't allow us to build higher than that. So if you end up in that residence hall, you get this beautiful view of the mountains. We do also have a residency requirement for at least your first year. And I think that that really does add to the overall experience that students have. I mentioned at the beginning that one of the big draws of our school, being a large institution, is the area. Students are coming from all over the world, and they're attracted to what they can experience in the outdoors with recreation and all of that kind of thing. So definitely visiting, I would say, for all of our institutions is one of the primary draws to really find out if you're interested. But highlighted on here, you've got your hiking and boating. The ski resort is only about 45 minutes away, and that's free transportation to get you there. So I can't stress enough just how beautiful it is. I'm actually new to the area, so it's been really fun being able to sort of discover what students' passions are, and definitely the outdoors is one of those. Switching gears to the freshman application deadlines, these are of course very important since many of the rising seniors will be starting this process very shortly. We have two different deadlines. One is our early action. Both of these are non-binding, so applying early action simply means apply early and you receive your decision earlier. January 15th is going to be our regular decision deadline. This allows you to still apply and still be considered for our competitive merit-based scholarships, but you are going to be finding out just a little bit later in the process. So considering both of those, we are also on the common application, so you'll have the ability to start your application as of August 1st, which is right around the corner. And again, my contact information on here, my name is Jennifer, and I am happy to answer any questions that you might have.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have University of Northern Colorado.
All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining tonight. My name is Leah, and I am an admission counselor here at the University of Northern Colorado. I am also a former alumni. I graduated in 2017, and I am excited to talk to you today. So UNC, we are located in Greeley, Colorado, just over an hour north of Denver, Colorado. And we are considered a small to mid-sized university. So we have just about 10,000 students. 8,000 of them are going to be undergraduate. 2,000 of them are going to be graduate students. And a little bit about our student population. About 87% of our students are actually from Colorado, and then about 7% are from the Western undergraduate exchange states. So a fun fact, if you are in a Western undergraduate exchange state, we do allow you to take that WUI scholarship, and it is awarded to everybody rather than having to apply for it or have a specific GPA. And then about 6% of our students come from out of state. So UNC has 31% of our first year students identify as a student of color. And then 43% of our incoming students are first generation, which means that they are the first in their family to go to college and earn a bachelor's degree. So we really work to support these students here on campus. And we are a Division I sports with NCAA, and so we are one of the most diverse NCAA Division I universities as well. And at UNC, we really believe in hands-on education. We want to make sure that you are getting as much education and as much hands-on experience as possible before you go out and graduate. So we make sure that our students are doing internships or externships or partnering with different companies within Greeley to just, like I said, get that hands-on experience. So we offer over 100 undergraduate programs. We are more of a liberal arts university, so we don't offer programs like engineering or aerospace, anything like that. But some of our top programs include our business administration, nursing, elementary education, psychology, and sport and exercise science. And we have a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio. This is really important because it means that you are able to get to know your professors. You're able to build that relationship with them. You just don't feel like a face in a sea of faces in the classroom. For me, when I was a student, out of all of the classes that I took, pretty much about one or two of them were taught by a graduate or a teaching assistant. Other than that, everything else was taught by faculty and professors. And so over 57% of our seniors participate in an internship or field experience, student teaching, or a clinical placement. And so again, we just really, really encourage our students to join in any kind of experience that they can get. little bit about Greeley, where UNC is located. It is a small town, just about over 100,000 residents, and it's very spread out. So it's not all condensed like a city. One of the things I love about it is you get a small town feel, but you also get some bigger city amenities. So you're able to go on your Target runs to Walmart, but you're also able to go to a nice small little downtown area. UNC and Greeley have a really great relationship. We do the UNC and the Greeley Jazz Festival, which is one of the largest festivals of its kind in the US. And it's just a welcoming and diverse city that is super supportive of the university. And our application will open on August 1st for any students. We are also test optional as well for the fall 2022 year and indefinitely. So all you'll need to do is send transcripts to UNC, complete the application, and then we'll be able to give you a decision. But if you, one of the things is my advice to students is really to just take a look at as many universities as possible, visit as many campuses as possible, if you're able to do that. And then also, if you don't feel like you need to apply to over 15, 20 different institutions, if you have a specific number of specific institutions you want to do, don't feel like you have to apply multiple of them. But super excited to answer any questions at the end.
All right, thank you very much. Make sure you put as much information into the chat for folks as possible. Next up, we have Fort Lewis College.
Hi there, everyone. Let me share my screen quick. All right, hi everyone. My name is Sydney O'Connell and I'm a senior admission counselor at Fort Lewis College. At Fort Lewis, we like to say we're powered by place because we use our surroundings to our advantage. We have 14,000-foot mountains just north of us and red rock arches of Utah just west, and deserts of New Mexico and Arizona just south of us. We love students to get out of the field or off of campus into the field for academics as well as recreation. As far as Durango, we're located in the southwest corner of the state, so we're about 6 hours south of Denver, about 3.5 hours north of Albuquerque, and within 2 hours of 3 different national parks. So you really can get off of campus into our different environments very quickly. As far as the town of Durango, we're about 18,000 people, and I like to say what we lack in people, we make up for in hiking and biking trails, because we have over 300 miles of trails within 30 minutes from campus. All of our first-year students do get free ski passes to Purgatory Ski Resort, so whether you're an expert at skiing or snowboarding or you've never tried it before, I always recommend falling on your butt a couple of times free of charge. We do have free city bus service for all of our students, and although we are a smaller town, we are fully functioning. We have a regional airport, 2 hospitals, 3 urgent cares, and if you get hurt riding that bike on one of those mountain biking trails, we can help you out here in Durango. About our campus, we are about representing 47 different states, and our students are 53% students of color, and we represent over 100 Native American tribes and Alaska Native villages. So our students really come from everywhere, all different kinds of backgrounds. We do have 4 affinity centers that support our students. So we have El Centro de Muchos Colores, which is our Hispanic Resource Center. We have the Native American Center, the Black Student Union, and the Gender and Sexuality Resource Center. And all 4 of these affinity centers have actual locations where students can go and grow their community, as well as professors hold office hours and tutoring happens there as well. Some fast facts about Fort Lewis: we are a smaller institution. We're about 3,300 students. And what that means is you won't know everyone on campus, but you'll never eat alone in the dining hall. Our average class size is 23. Our student to faculty ratio is 16. And all of your classes are taught by professors, not graduate assistants or teaching assistants. So all of your professors really do care about your success in and out of the classroom. My favorite thing professors will do are text students. So if you skip your 8 a.m., you might get a text from your professor. Say, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay? And you're going to say, did you see that powder today? I'm snowboarding. And they'll understand as long as you don't skip the next one. We are a liberal arts institution, which means we have majors all across the board from English to engineering, physics to philosophy. And you're definitely welcome to choose one. We only have 5 master's programs, and that's through education. So I really want to emphasize that any research that happens on campus, any really field study, any hands-on learning really happens at the undergraduate level. So you'll start early on in these programs. One of my favorite examples of that is through our engineering program. We have 11 different graduate level labs, but no engineering graduate students. So you're able to have access to those labs, you're able to do those experiments early on, starting pretty much your sophomore year. As I keep mentioning, we're big on experiential learning here at Fort Lewis. We want you to get off of campus into your field early on. We do have internships here. So students, we highly recommend them doing internships. Sometimes it's required. So if you're a music business major, we might send you down to Santa Fe to do the internship at the Santa Fe Opera House. We might also send you to Colorado Springs if you're an exercise physiology major to intern at the Olympic Training Center. We really want to get you into that field. And speaking of field studies, some great ones that happen on campus are anthropological field study program we do every summer, where students spend 6 weeks in the field as actual archaeologists. This photo right here is from one of those programs. The student is holding a drone. One of my favorite classes on campus is our Intro to Drone Studies class, where you get to learn about it. Another field study is happening right now for our students. It's our psychology field study, where students spend 6 weeks at a hospital working with stroke patients or a mental health facility. This summer, students are actually up in Colorado Springs at a correctional facility. So they're really getting group shadowing sessions, individual sessions they get to shadow and really get that experience. I do want to mention all of our undergrads are required to do research their senior year in the form of their senior seminar, but you're more than welcome to start doing that early on. One of my students in our office, Maddie, she was a sophomore, did her first research project on mice. She was looking at which mice are to do better research on, so pet store mice or inbred mice, and she got to put a virus in all of them and always checked on them. So you really can do an internship on anything you're interested in or a research project. As far as Fort Lewis, we're not just about the academics, so we're also fun here. So we have 60 plus student organizations. Some of my favorite are the Social Dance Club, the Beekeeping Club. We have 18 hives on campus students learn how to take care of. We also have 50 plus events on campus. This is photos from one of my favorite ones called Fiesta on the Mesa. Kicks off Hispanic Cultural Month every September. There's tons of dancing, food, speeches. It's a really great event we have on campus. Additionally, we are Division II, compete in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. So if you're interested in playing a sport at anywhere, I'll tell you the number one piece of advice is self-advocacy. So reach out to those coaches. If you're not interested in Division II, we also have club as well as intramural sports you can participate in. And now, how do you get to Fort Lewis? You just apply. So you apply at fortlewis.edu, or we are now on the Common App. So for fall 22 students, we'll be on the Common App. We just need your official high school transcript after you apply, and then ACT or SAT scores are completely optional, so whatever you want to do. As far as scholarships, find your GPA on this list and connect it with a dollar amount, whether you're in-state or out-of-state. You'll see what amount you can take off your tuition. Additionally, we have the WUI, so if you're from one of the 13 Western states and you have at least a 3.0, you can qualify for that and never pay more than 1.5 times in-state tuition, or if in-state tuition here at Fort Lewis, which is quite a great deal. As far as other ways to save, we of course have the FAFSA. I'm sure everyone recommends that. Additionally, we have the Native American tuition waiver. So if you are a student from a federally recognized tribe, you go to Fort Lewis College tuition free. And then the FLC Equity Scholarship. So if you are an underrepresented or underserved student, you could qualify for that and lower your cost of tuition at Fort Lewis. Any outside scholarships, apply wherever you're going. That's my best piece of advice. The lower you can make your cost of attendance, the easier it's going to be for you to go where you want. And then seeing is believing. Come to campus. We are doing daily tours as well as admitted student days. So if you're one of my seniors still considering Fort Lewis, come on a Monday or Friday and we'll specialize your day. And then that's me. I'm Sydney O'Connell. If you have any questions, feel free to email or text or call me, and I'm happy to help.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have State Technical College of Missouri.
Thank you, Christy. All right. I think we are good to go there. So good evening, everyone. My name is Bobby Orman. I am the regional admissions rep for St. Louis and Illinois for State Technical College of Missouri. So if you're not familiar with State Tech, we are Missouri's premier technical college. So we offer primarily two-year degree programs in over 40 different applied areas of technical science programs. So one second here. Well, clicker is not cooperating, so that's all right. So at State Tech, we like to say that we are the employer's choice. We say that because we have a 99% job placement rate across each of our programs. It's about 99.5% within 6 months after graduating. And we really take pride in partnering with employers, both when we are building our program curriculum and obviously when we are placing students with employers. So we have over 500 employer partners throughout the US and primarily within the Midwest. We offer programs of study in 40 different advanced and emerging technical education fields, ranging from heavy diesel mechanics to automotive technology, nursing, and hybrid electric automotive vehicles as well. Chances are, we are a public institution, so all different types of financial aid are eligible to be used at State Tech. That includes scholarships, grants, subsidized, unsubsidized loans. We award a little under $750,000 each year in institutional aid as well. In addition to all of that, we offer career services for life. We are consistently ranked one of the best technical colleges in the country, usually placing within the top 3 for both two-year community colleges and technical colleges across the US. We also have the highest graduation rate for both 2-year and 4-year colleges within the state of Missouri. So a little bit about our campus. Our campus is 400 acres. As I said, and I think I may have passed the map, we're located in Lynn, Missouri, which is a smaller community about an hour and a half west of St. Louis. So Lynn is a small community, about 1,400 people. So if you really enjoy the outdoors, hiking, kayaking, fishing, any kind of hunting, or anything that's outdoors, we are a great fit, and you'll fit right in with our student population. We've got about 200 miles roughly of trails and for both mountain biking and hiking throughout Osage County, where we're located. We're only about 15 minutes east of Jefferson City, so we're still located next to a regional hub if you want to explore, do some more of the urban exploring. But it's a great, quiet community. I really love it. We have over 500,000 square feet of educational facilities as well. So our focus is to get students to focus on their technical careers and get them out into the workforce, earning profitable employment as soon as possible. So here are a few of our state-of-the-art labs. Each of our programs also has built-in internship requirements, all of which are going to be paid. As far as some of the photos that I have here, that's one of our heavy diesel labs. We're one of the 12 colleges in the US that has a CAT certified service dealer technician program. So we partner with Fabic and Foley CAT dealerships within Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. And our students will work at the dealer partners while also taking classes at State Tech. And I'm not going to go through all of those, but we have a lot of advanced labs. We do offer on-campus housing as well. We only have about 144 spots for on-campus housing of our 1,900 students. So the majority of our students do live off campus. It is not a requirement. Students are not required to live on campus. And generally, when it comes to on-campus housing, we encourage students to apply early because those do usually, on average, fill up about a year in advance. So the application process. We are a competitive institution, so students are not guaranteed admissions. We do require high school transcripts as well as admissions tests. Primarily, our primary tests that we receive from our students are ACT and SAT scores, and those are going to vary by program. On average, the general automatic admissions requirements for each program is going to be about a 20 composite for the ACT. However, we do require test scores within each specific section. For our health sciences programs, they have additional admissions requirements that are going to vary by program. Let me think here. A big thing that we really emphasize for our programs is time on task-based learning. So getting students out into the lab, out into their careers to experience what it's like in industry so that they are best prepared when they get out into industry. I can't emphasize that enough. One thing that you really should do while you're exploring careers now as a graduating junior or senior is go and sit in on any field or area that you're interested in finding employment in. Do field experience observations with folks in those industries. See what they do on a day-to-day basis. See if that's a good fit for you. There's a lot of industries that didn't exist, 10, 15 years ago, and the same can be said for the future. So at the very least, see what's out there now and see what's going to be a good fit for you. Next up, this is our general contact information for the college, some of our social media handles. So feel free to reach out if you have any questions. And that is all I have.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have the University of Tulsa.
Hi, everyone. My name's Anjali Kill, and I am with the University of Tulsa's Office of Admission as an admission counselor, and I really appreciate you guys joining us today. TU is a small private university in the northeast corner of Oklahoma, and I'm super excited that I get to share more about TU with you guys. If my computer will go. So here are a few quick facts and numbers about TU. We are a residential campus near downtown Tulsa with so much to do within the city. We have about 4,000 students total and about 3,000 undergraduates. So you'll definitely get personalized attention with our 11:1 student to faculty ratio, as well as our average class size of 13. Even with our small size, you guys, you'll still get exposed to resources that you normally find at a larger school, like financial aid opportunities, many majors to choose from, opportunities for research, Greek life, and NCAA D1 athletics. So plenty of opportunities and exposure for you guys. And currently about more than half of our students are from outside of Oklahoma. So you'll definitely get exposed to students not only from across the nation, but across the world as well. So one of my favorite things about college is eating. So that's the first thing I want to talk about on this slide. We offer an all-you-can-eat dining option. We have a cafe that gives you that Starbucks vibe in the library. We have 8 food venues in the student union, including Chick-fil-A and Pizza Hut as well. And we require our students to live on campus their freshman and their sophomore year. However, over 80% of students actually choose to stay on campus all 4 years. We have an all-male option, an all-female option, and co-ed options as far as living on campus. And then we also have living learning communities if you guys are interested in things like that. For instance, we had a living learning community called TU Treks. So if you're interested in outdoor recreation, you'd be housed near other students that are a part of the TU Treks program as well. We offer suite style options. We also have campus apartments, townhomes, and then we also have fraternity and sorority housing on campus as well. And back to D1 athletics, there's going to be plenty of time to cheer on your team. I like to say we're small, but we're mighty, and we're actually one of the smallest D1 universities in the nation. And outside of all of that, we also have over 200 clubs and organizations on campus. So whether you're interested in Greek life or campus ministries or multicultural organizations, there are plenty of opportunities to dive in outside of the classroom. The great thing about TU is if you go down our list and you still are looking for something outside of those 200 organizations, you and 6 other students can go to our Student Success Center and we will work with you to get whatever organization or club it is you want on campus that we don't have already, which looks really good on your resume to say that you founded a club or organization on a campus. So at TU, you'll find about 60 academic programs, that include engineering disciplines. We have computer science that also includes gaming and cybersecurity, as well as our federally funded cybersecurity corps. We also offer nursing and other health fields, as well as natural sciences, pre-med, pre-law, business, psychology, basically you name it, we got it. And our liberal arts structure allows you the flexibility to take classes of interest that may lead you on to double majoring or minoring across academic disciplines. I actually have a student who is not only interested in engineering, but he's interested in history as well. So our liberal arts foundation and the flexibility of our small university allows him to explore multiple options. And while you're tackling on that degree, we want to make sure you're successful every step of the way. Each new student gets a student success coach. You're paired with that as soon as you enroll into classes at TU. They help you with setting your goals for not only the year, but up until you graduate. They help you navigate through campus, and they're basically your right-hand man or woman as you navigate through your college career. And then the city itself, TU's only minutes away from downtown, which includes entertainment districts, restaurants, and plenty of shopping opportunities. They're actually revamping Route 66, which runs through Tulsa. So that's more opportunity for you to explore or even have your family explore when they come down to visit you. Tulsa loves to support local artists in the city. So you will oftentimes see murals like this one pictured or hear them at one of the 100 live music venues that we do offer in the city of Tulsa. We also have a couple of minor league teams through baseball and soccer. And then we also have tickets available that are at discounted prices if you ever want to go venture out and see those in town. I also have pictured the gathering place in the bottom right. It's one of the many beautiful ways to explore the city through outdoor recreation. We're really close to the Arkansas River. So if you like kayaking or canoeing, or if you wanted to do a river walk, you definitely have opportunities right around the corner to do so. So I would encourage you guys, if you are interested, to definitely chat with me or one of the admission counselors in office, depending on where you are located in the nation, and to also apply. If you apply before our priority deadline of November 1st, that $50 application fee is waived. Our Tulsa U application, which is the application directly through our website, will actually be opening up July 7th. So if you are interested, you definitely can get on top of that. And then if you are using the Common App, you have as early as August 1st to start that application. So if you have any questions, definitely let us know. And we do have visits, so you can definitely visit in person or virtually if you have any questions. I hope to see you on campus. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have Oklahoma City University.
Hi, my name is Leslie Welch, and I'm with Oklahoma City University. And I just want to say thank you so much for taking time to learn more about OCU and the other colleges that are here tonight. OCU is a private university in the heart of Oklahoma City. We're considered a small liberal arts university, and we're affiliated with the United Methodist Church and open to all faiths. Oklahoma City is the capital city of Oklahoma, and it's been named as a top 25 best city for millennial job seekers. Our students enjoy lots of activities around the city, including professional sporting teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder. The arts and cultural districts have several theaters for students to be able to perform in, and we have the River Sports Adventures in the Boathouse District, which is one of 3 Olympic training sites for rowing, kayaking, and canoeing. There are student discounts available there, and our students often find themselves participating alongside other Olympians. And all of that is within about 10 minutes from campus. OCU is a community where you're going to be known. Your classes and your labs are going to be taught by your professors, not graduate assistants, providing you with the opportunities to build relationships and a network that will last a lifetime. You can see from the info on the screen, a large percentage of our faculty hold the highest degree in their field. The student to faculty ratio is 11 to 1, with the average class size being of 17. As you talk with professors, you actually get the sense, okay, they really care about me and they desire to help me succeed. Our pre-professional program has an 85% acceptance rate into professional schools, and our nursing program is ranked in one of the top 50 programs in the country. We are one of the top 10 most represented universities on Broadway. Kristen Chenoweth, an OCU alum, has been the artist in residence and on campus this past year to teach a master's class. College wouldn't be college without the campus traditions. OCU has rich traditions and many ways that you can get involved. A few of those include the lip sync battle during fall homecoming week, our Love Not Hate Day, and our Children's Miracle Network Dance Marathon. We offer over 80 student-led organizations, including a robust Greek life. We have intramural sports and a fitness center available to all students. Our athletic program is part of the NAIA division, allowing us to award scholarships to our athletes. We've won a national championship in at least one sport every year for the last 26 years. We have about 22 varsity sports, and the most unique ones are rowing and wrestling. As far as academics go, the Petrie College of Arts and Sciences houses the majority of our liberal arts, including STEM, humanities, and visual arts. Two of our newest degrees include esports management and game design and animation. Minder School of Business has the same accreditation as Harvard. Our Kramer School of Nursing offers everything from a BSN to a PhD in nursing. And honors at OCU is a university-wide program. It allows students to collaborate in cross-disciplinary learning communities, engaging in seminar courses with some of the university's most dedicated professors. You do have to apply to be a part of this program. The application is available in November. We are probably best known for our performing arts. The Ann Lacey School of American Dance and Entertainment is ranked as one of the top 10 dance schools in the nation. We have over 70 alumni who are performing or have performed on Broadway. You do have to audition for this school, and information is available on our website. If you're interested in musical theater, composition, performance, you're going to want to audition for the School of Music. They offer more than 250 productions each year. It is a no-cut program and pre-screens are not necessary. Please note that you must complete an admissions application before you can audition. The School of Theater is the fastest growing program, one of the fastest growing programs in the country. All three schools, dance, music, and theater, work really well together to produce hundreds of production events each year. So needless to say, you will perform. As for admissions, we take a holistic approach for you, looking at you as the person, not just your scores. We're going to look at class rigor, extracurricular activities, service and leadership experience, and what your recommenders have to say about you. To apply, you need to submit an application with an essay, a recommendation letter from your high school counselor, your official high school transcript, and a $55 application fee or a fee waiver. You can apply online through our website or through the Common App. Your submitted application is going to serve for both admissions and scholarship consideration. We know, and you're going to agree, that college is an investment in your future, and we work hard to make it affordable for all. Last year, we awarded over $34 million in financial aid, and we have several opportunities for you to receive scholarships. We're moving to a scoreless or GPA only grid for our automatic merit scholarships, those that are offered to first-year students. These scholarships are renewable all 4 years, as long as you maintain a 3.0. And finally, we're offering a campus tour at this time, and I've provided my contact information, so don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for coming.
All right, thank you. If I could have everyone turn their cameras back on, we're going to go in the exact same order that we presented, and that's going to be starting with University of Colorado, Boulder. If you could share with us, one sec as I share my screen, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Thanks, Christy, and thanks everybody for staying and sticking with us. So my advice to students starting this process and to their families is to let the student own the process, to make sure that the student kind of pulls the reins of the entire process, where you are the one emailing your admissions counselor, you're signing yourself up for the tour, and you're trying to investigate if this is the best fit for you. While we love parents to be involved and family members to contribute, try to make sure that the student is truly driving the process.
My advice would be, again, to just visit as many institutions as you can, see what you like and don't like in a campus, because that is going to be your home for 4 years. So making sure that you're able to visit that and see what you want in a campus is going to be very important.
Oh, those are both really great. I can't emphasize that enough. Along the lines of visiting, COVID has been really unfortunate for most of us, but one of the great things that has forced all colleges to do are virtual options. So absolutely virtual tour, do info sessions with these different schools. You don't have to travel to all these places to get a feel of them. And I would say visit as many virtually as you can before you commit to that financial commitment and the time commitment of going to see these colleges. And as Leah said earlier, you don't have to apply to all of them if you check them out. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt our feelings. If you're not interested in us, don't apply. But that's really the big one. Check out as many schools as you can, because you might be surprised by what you're really interested in.
Echoing everything that everyone else has said, I guess I'll take a little bit of a different spin on it. Recognize that technical education and liberal arts education, they're not at odds with one another. A lot of times I feel like they're, it's framed as if it's a one or the other type of thing. I have my bachelor's degree in education, and you can opt to do both. And that, going along with that, always try to place yourself in rooms where you're not the smartest person, whether that's in a specific subject matter, even like the greasy mechanic, or the guy that looks like he doesn't have a dollar to his name. You don't actually know what their background is. There are guys and women, men and women that I've met that I'm like, would not expect them to have the breadth of knowledge and the capacity to be excellent teachers to me, that just looking at them off the street, I would never have guessed that about them. So I guess just be humble.
So my advice, you guys, everyone else's was great. It sucks that I have to go towards the end, is to take advantage of us as your admission counselors. If you have 5 schools you're interested in, you should be talking to 5 admission counselors. And if you have questions, ask them when you have them. Don't wait till the deadline is approaching. We are happy to help, especially since we've been virtual most of the year. We can't wait to work with you guys. So just use us to your advantage if you have questions.
I love that. And I'm going to echo that, because that's actually kind of where I was going to go. Get to know your admissions counselor. We are your resource, and we are here to help you. We are excited to be able to help you. But with that, know that this person is probably also not only going to be a part of the admissions process. At least at OCU, I actually recommend you for competitive scholarships. So utilize that to your advantage. Get to know us. Like Leah said, you don't have to apply to all of them. And then once you begin to narrow down, if you decide that this school is not for me, let your admissions counselor know. It's not going to hurt our feelings. But really get to know us and use us to your advantage for both admissions to the university and for scholarships opportunities.
All right. Awesome advice from our experts. I always like to echo, please reach out to these folks, because that's what they are. They are the experts, and they're there to make sure that they can find the right match for you, whether it is a fit or is not. So certainly reach out to these folks. Grab that contact information out of the chat if you haven't already. If you are with us live and not watching a recording, when you leave here, there is a 4-question survey that will appear. That's very helpful to us. This is the last session for this particular little fair. There will be more in the future, so please stay tuned. And record recording of this is going to be sent out to all the panelists, anyone who signed up for this, and available on our website at strivescan.com. And that is also in the chat as well. Thank you so much for being here. Best of luck to you in your college search process. And thanks again to our panelists, our experts. Have a great night.